What's up everybody, this is VSentG here with another tutorial, this time to show you how to create a soul dropping system, just like Dark Souls. This is my respawn like Dark Souls system, if you watched that video. So I just added it to that and you'll see we just need a slight bit of editing and everything else will be perfectly fine. So let me show you exactly how it works. I just hit my suicide button. You can see the souls are there. I pick them up. I don't have a display that shows the number, so you'll just have to believe that they gave me them. Ignore these torches, I was messing around with something. So as you can see, we didn't save there, so we respawned at the default. It's a little bit of stuttering, but we can fix that. Alright, so what do you need to do this? All you really need to do is add these variables. You want the soul scene, so this is going to be the scene that your souls respawn on, basically. Souls X and Y, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's the same thing as the respawn system. Dead souls is the amount of souls you had when you died. So this is the number that's going to get added back to your original souls. And then you would have your original soul number, which I set as a default of 7, so that, well, because I don't have enemies in this game, so I don't have a way to gain souls. So I just put a default of 7, and I can show you that when we pick up our souls, it becomes 14. So, once you have all these variables, which, like I said, are pretty self-explanatory, the main thing you're going to need to do is set them when you die. So here, I set them in my suicide button. Again, I use common variables, so we got souls X set to your X coordinate, your soul Y set to your Y coordinate, your soul scene set to your current scene, because that's the scene that you respawn, or not that you respawn on, that you died on. And then your dead souls become your current souls, right? Because that's what you're going to pick up. And then you also have to add one more that sets your current souls equal to 0 because you died. So that sets all the variables up. And then when you die, I just put end scene. I think this was blank before in the other one. And that's all you have to change in your player. Basically, this executes dead, which just ends the scene. But if you have like a death animation or something, you're going to want to put that in here. And then the only other thing you're going to have to do is create a soul pickup item. And this is the object that's going to be showing the soul animation that you pick up, right? So let's see here. So this is the default state, not active. But first, actually, let's go into object settings. I just made it an enemy group. You just basically need it to come into wall detection with the player. You could even change it so it doesn't do wall impact with tiles, because depending on where the player died, I guess it could possibly go in there, but it depends on the hitbox that you give it. Which you do have to give it a hitbox, or it won't know where to show the particles, and it won't have a wall detection for the player to touch. So it has to be set to some animation. You could set it to a blank animation, so say down was invisible but still had a wall detection box, that would work. But you have to set it to something because it needs a wall detection or it can't touch the player. So I just used the little down animation. So as you can see, not active. It checks for all these links, all and. So it needs to be that your dead souls is over 0, right? You don't want souls appearing if you had no souls to give. Your current scene needs to be the soul scene, so you have to be on the scene that you died on. The player needs to not be dead. This stops it from showing up too early. And after a second has passed. This one you actually don't need. I put that there for a different reason. And actually, I'm going to copy this one set it to nothing, and then pre-relocate. Let's do it like that. And then add link, change unconditionally. Let's see if this, take off the particle effect. Let's see if this moves it before you can see it to stop that little bug there. It's also possible it's just bugging because we're constantly setting the coordinates, which we don't need to if we have the pre-relocate, but we'll just try it out. And then, like I said, relocate basically sets the location and shows the particle effect, and then just loops. So if it's not, this means not, into contact with wall detection of player, and 0.2 seconds goes by, it will go to loop. And these are exactly the same. And then these are exactly the same, and that's contact with player, any direction. So when the player touches it, no matter which loop it's in, it will go here. Right? So it's fairly self-explanatory, super simple. The only thing I changed here, let me see if it's on all of these. Let's see, player switch dead is on. If I just do that, let's see if that still works. So this is how it was defaultly set up, so let's just double check that that still works. And the last thing you're going to need to make this work is you will have to set a souls pickup item, or object, sorry, on every scene that the player can die on. So as you can see here, it's up here, it's invisible, it doesn't matter. So, it's not going to interact with the player, especially in the not active state. There's no link that will interact with the player. And then you go to the second scene, and I put it up here. Doesn't matter where you put it, it just needs to be on every scene, and it needs to be the same layer that the player will be on so that the wall detections can detect each other, right? So, let's try it out. Maximize this. Ignore the torches, that was for something else. So, we've got souls 7. All this is 0. Soul scene is 0 because we haven't died. So there's no scene that should have souls. And there's no location. So we're going to suicide. Our souls are now 0. You can see right here. Our dead souls are 7. This is the location of right here. And the soul scene is 1 because this is scene 1. So we walk over, we touch them, suddenly we have 7 souls. All of this gets wiped. So super easy, super simple. The only annoying part is making sure that object is on the correct layer. And if you have a specific spot that you can die, I'll see like this one, it accidentally spawned here, even though it doesn't make any sense. Let's see if it respawns this way. Okay, so it did respawn there. Oh, I'm out of stamina. I've just used this for all of my soul things. So we have to make sure that we get rid of this object, right? Or not get rid of it, but we need to make sure that it loops back. Because we don't want it to be stuck here if it shouldn't be. So give souls, and then we will just make that link. Actually, let's make a shortcut just to make it look a little bit cleaner. And change unconditionally. Let's see how that works out. So we'll die here. It's there, we picked it up. We'll die here. Oh, it's still there. Current scene equals soul scene. Okay, so this is why I had the timer on it. I thought it would work without it, but for some reason it doesn't. Although I don't think we need a full second, maybe like half a second. See if that works. Die here. Pick up the souls. die here. And there you go. It doesn't show up. For some reason, the time while it's loading the scene, it considers the scene that you're on the old one. So it's not considering the new one. So it keeps making it respawn here, even though you're not. That's not the scene it should respawn on. So yeah, so you have to add like a little bit of a timer. You might be able to do like a little bit less, maybe like 0.1. I don't know. So, but as you can see, it works super easy. If you have any questions on this, just let me know. Leave a comment. Check out my Patreon. Check out my itch.io if you want to download some of these demos. This one doesn't really need a demo because it's integrated into another one and it's super simple. Like, this is just setting variables. Oh yeah, and I forgot to actually go over what's in this. So when you have contact with the souls, this literally just sets everything to 0. So souls plus your dead souls, and then everything else I just reset to 0 just to be safe. Dead souls equals 0, soul scene equals 0, souls x equals 0, just to make sure that souls don't appear ever again until you die. And then I just made a little Serpia and then waits a second, deletes the Serpia so that we could see that it was giving us the souls. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know, leave a comment, and I hope this helped you out. I'll see you in the next one.